Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of the XR Update podcast. It is amazing to have you all with us. My name is Alex VR, I guess, sometimes, and I am your host for today's episode. Joining me is my co host from Impact Reality. It is Katya. Hey, Katya.
Hello, I also could call myself Katya in VR, and I am with XR Update and Impact Reality, and this is my second episode, so I'm very, very excited.
It's pretty cool. Before long, you're just going to be a well versed podcaster, just like the rest of us. You're probably going to have your own show that we'll all have to subscribe to and make sure we watch every week, right?
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
How's your week been?
Oh, that was amazing. It's Tuesday, but feels like we've been working for an entire week already, and we've got so many exciting news. So, yeah, going forward, excited for the rest of the week. Was yours?
I honestly forgot it was Tuesday. Is it
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday? Yeah, it's
I feel
Tuesday.
like it's
Because
Friday, is it not?
yeah, dude, just like you, like Monday, I'm busy. You're busy, and we're busy at Impact Reality and Flat to VR Studios and XR Update. We're doing a lot. But thank you all so much for tuning in today. The date is July 23rd, 2024. We're live on YouTube, LinkedIn, some Facebook groups and stuff. So wherever you're joining us from, thanks for being here. This podcast, like I have mentioned, is the XR Update podcast. XRUpdate.com is our news source and your news source for everything VR, AR, XR related. And I was thinking to start today's show, Katya, if it's okay with you, maybe we can take a look at a couple of news updates from the XR Update Twitter and quickly discuss them before we introduce today's guest. Is that all
I
right?
think we should take a look at them because they are pretty interesting.
There's it's been a couple of news updates this week. One of them is that the Quest store is now the Meta Horizon store, and it's ahead of Meta's upcoming third-party OS licensing. The rebranding aligns with Meta's broader vision for VR and AR. Expect the same great content under a new name. So I think the idea with this is that since the Horizon operating system is going to be available for all kinds of different hardware, I guess it makes sense for them to switch the name of it from the Quest Store, which is their hardware, to Horizon, I guess the operating system. You think that's a wise play, Katya?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. They're trying to align all their names with just have a one branding name. This is very nice, and they're getting ready for Uplab to merge with MetaQuest Store. So aligning that as well, just making this all the metaverse looking beautiful application.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly exciting that they are making moves to have the Meta Horizon operating system, or I guess, yeah, the operating system like ready to go and deployable. Hopefully we can see some more competition for hardware. That would be cool, because the Quest doesn't necessarily meet everybody's needs. So it'd be nice to start to see some new hardware take on this
Oh my
operating
god,
system.
cannot wait. Yeah, that's gonna be great because when we shifted from Quest 2 to Quest 3, then it was very, very big update, but still it's not that yet there.
Yeah.
So I hope they put some more resources into this update.
You are a semi new Quest 3 owner,
Oh
by the way,
yeah.
aren't you?
Yes, I got my Quest 3 2 weeks ago. I've been in workrooms already. I played some of the games and it's mind blowing. It's such a huge step ahead.
Nice.
Love it.
So yeah, because you were using the Quest 2 before, so
Yeah, it's
huge
very
upgrade
nice.
for the Quest 3 for you.
Oh my god, it's just insane. I think you all forgot how Quest 2, how behind it is. And everybody who was trying it from my friends, they were always saying, oh no, the kind of, okay, yeah, VR is cool, but not as cool. But now we're trying the Quest 3 and it's just mind blowing, as I said.
So let me ask you this: have you done any mixed reality stuff? Because the newest news, the other one I want to touch on is that the MetaQuest 3 now supports multi-room mixed reality. So this is a seamless mixed reality experience across multiple rooms or your entire house, and that's taking advantage of the updated APIs on the Quest. So have
Yeah,
you done any mixed reality?
cool. This is very, very cool because of course you're in VR, you don't want to get back there, or you are in mixed reality as well. But you don't want to be limited on the room, and you just want to go explore. And this is very cool.
especially like where my brain goes is like maybe like a 1v1 multiplayer shooter where we're using the whole house, like
Yes.
we're running from room to room, diving behind couches. Now I'm behind the kitchen room, or whatever. Like I would love to run around the house and do something like that.
Yes, I can't wait, actually. Yeah, it was gonna be very, very awesome.
Sweet. Yeah, it's exciting. A couple of news updates from Meta this week, but not a whole lot more to report from XR Update. But, this show being a bi weekly show, sometimes we'll miss some stuff in between the gaps. So make sure that you go to xrupdate.com and subscribe to XR Update on social media. Twitter is my favorite for those news updates to stay plugged in.
And also keep an eye on who also writes those articles, because our entire Impact Reality team prepares the articles, and we are helping our amazing Wes with it. So if you like some of our materials, you can just go check it out. You will see Jasmine there, you will see Skiva there, so you will see the entire team.
And probably me at some point. Like I haven't actually written any articles for XR Update yet, but like I know I'm going to. It's only a matter of
You
time.
should. How cool it is to be a journalist, huh?
It is fun. It is fun. I've been lucky enough to do some stuff with Upload VR, and I used to write like a recurring feature in VR Trend magazine, the physical VR magazine that was being shipped around for a while.
Okay, now you have to do it. Okay, you
I
bought
know.
it.
I know. I
Okay,
got to add
go.
XR Update to it.
What are you
All
still
right.
doing here? Go.
Okay, we have a guest today. And I think before I introduce today's guest, maybe we'll let this trailer do a little of the talking for us. So everybody take a look at this.
Nowadays, people don't believe in magic anymore. Except in Riff XR, that is. Where magic is possible. The world is full of things more powerful than us. How many will join your valorous cause? Speak, and let the adventure commence.
Well, that's pretty hype, if you ask me. Everybody, please help me in welcoming to the XR Update podcast, GingasVR from Riff XR.
Hi. What's going
Hi.
on?
So nice to have you here with us.
Yeah, of course. We saw the trailer. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm glad to see that you have shown up in your true self, your true form, your most pure form here.
Yep.
Here today. I absolutely love it. Was it a question? Were you like, hey, maybe I'll show up on camera, maybe I'll be a VTuber today? I don't know. Or is this you right here?
Can't show my face, Alex.
I guess I forget that. I mean, if you're lucky enough to meet Gingas at an in-life event, you'll see her with her googly eye glasses.
Yeah,
So she at
on
least
all the
has.
time.
That's right. Exactly. Well, I appreciate that.
And she's the funniest person to be around as well. So don't miss the opportunity. Love it.
Right. Now, I mean, I doubt this is anybody's introduction to you, Gingas, but, quickly touching on outside of your work with Riff XR, you are a VR content creator. You do a lot of really cool, fun stuff. Tell us a little bit about the kind of content you make.
Yeah, I do a lot of weird stuff. A lot of stuff with AI, Skyrim VR. Got my face around that. So a lot of minutes you me shouting at NPCs. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah, I don't know. I just try to do weird stuff.
Well,
It's
you do weird stuff, that's for sure.
thank you.
And what I appreciate about your content is not so much that it's weird. I mean, it's not really weird, but really what you're doing is you take advantage of a lot of exciting peripherals. You know, you're wearing all kinds of different haptic vests and full body
Yes, thank you.
tracking and just like all kinds of crazy, crazy stuff. So you
And
have
I
a lot of
broke my
fun stuff.
foot wearing
And you
VR
did.
stuff.
You did break your foot.
That might be a
How
record. You think
how
am I
did
am I
you
the first person to break my foot playing Beat Saber? Maybe. Who knows?
mm,
As far as been at least the first content creator who did it.
Okay.
yeah, the first record, the first on record foot breaking in a Beat Saber game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So how long have you been involved with Riff XR?
About almost a year now. So they reached out to me last August just on Twitter. Ron, who's the CEO, he said, "Hey, check out this game. We have a lot of AI stuff." I went in very skeptical. I was like, This can't compete with VR chat. There's nothing here." So I went in. I was completely blown away. Um, it was basically everything. I'm sure a lot of you have read Ready Player One. So it was everything that I imagined the Oasis to be. You can have your own custom avatar, but there's an actual like purpose. You can level up your skills. There's a bunch of different classes. And the NPCs in there are crazy. So you can just talk to them and they'll give you missions and say your name. There's even ones that simulate whole D&D campaigns. So we a lot of players in the game have fun just doing custom campaigns with the
Sweet.
AI game master, and he'll like remember stuff. So he follows all the rules of 5th edition. And he'll count for everything. So like last night, I did a campaign on a Joe Biden as a magical anime girl. That was it was D&D, and it was crazy.
That was your
So
D&D character.
yeah,
Was
well, no, not
Joe
my
Biden
D&D
as
character.
oh.
I said the genre should be Joe Biden as an anime girl, and then he just made this whole campaign up around that.
Dang.
So
That's crazy.
Well, that is pretty exciting. So I'm because now I actually haven't had an opportunity to get into Riff yet. And one thing I do want to touch on is I don't know if you saw the thumbnail for today's episode, the Riff logo kind of has like a person in the middle, almost like that's you in the middle, you know, like you're at the center of the experience. And then the F has like little people in it as well, which like kind of
oh,
alludes
you're
to
talking
the
about yeah,
idea
that picture.
that you're like
Yeah.
parties, you know, you're like a party together, which I absolutely love. Obviously, social experiences are designed to have
Mhm.
multiple people in there with you. But when someone mentions to me, oh, this is a social experience, just like you, I think, oh, VR chat or Resonite or Neos or any of these types
It's
of
more of like
experiences.
I would say it's more of a game, and then there's social VR elements. So I love VR chat. Neos is great, but they're like they're VR chat rooms at the end of the day. This is taking it's more of an MMO, and then there's obviously social stuff on top of that. So they're very
But
focused on having like the actual game elements.
so when you log in, is it like you're starting an MMORPG? Like there's somebody
Mhm.
there in front of you and he gives you a quest and boom, you're off
Uh,
to the races?
Not necessarily. All the quests are done with AI NPCs. So there's different worlds that players can make, and we make our own worlds. So when you log in, it's actually this is where you log in. You come into the plaza, and then you're gonna see there's like AI NPCs around. You can mess with art. You can generate whole holodecks. And then you go into portals, and some of them do have quests. So you talk with an AI NPC. They'll give you missions to get XP. You also get XP by fighting players. So there's full PvP in the game, including like sword fighting, and there's like physics. You could parry. So
Wow.
night we went into arena and everyone was like using swords and like parrying back and forth and fencing and stuff in VR. You can even like dual wield. Full body is coming too, and I'm super excited because they're gonna add. It's gonna be combat enabled, so you can kick people with your legs and do damage.
Oh man, and
I
that's
can't
got
even think
Genghis
of like
VR
another
written
game.
all over it.
Yeah,
Yeah. So can you
um,
fight anybody at any
you can fight
time
anyone.
or
So you can duel. You can challenge anyone to a duel anytime in any
oh,
world,
okay.
and then there's open PvP maps. Otherwise, you just challenge people.
So, like, let's say I want to start a character. And
Mhm.
I'm looking at Riff, and I'm like, I'm gonna start my new MMORPG adventure, and I start a character. I'm assuming the first world that I log into is designed or at least implemented by your team. But it kind of
Yeah.
sounds like as I adventure and I go through this, I'll be encountering a lot of user generated content as well.
Yeah, players can upload their own stuff. We're making a lot of our own worlds. That's where a lot of the levels and the quests are going to take place. But there's a full SDK, so players can upload their own avatar. And the avatar system is pretty interesting. So every time when you log in the first time, you get a unique avatar to you. We call it a base avatar. And it has like stats on your avatar and you can unlock more. There's different tiers. There's like legendary avatars, rare avatars you can get by looting enemies. And
Oh,
then your VR chat avatar, which anyone can upload, there's a false decay that it like transmogs. So you can look like whatever you want, but keep all your stats and all
nice.
your weapons and stuff.
Oh,
Are there
that's
different
interesting.
are there different classes you can select? How many
Oh
classes
yeah,
in
yeah. So
VR?
there's a whole it's very flexible. So there's 4 professions, which are the classes, and you have a bunch of different skill points, so you can level it up any way you want. And you level it up by just naturally, like if you use swords and you start fighting things, you're gonna level that up. If you punch, you'll level up fist fighting. There's magic,
Mm,
there's sharpshooting, which is the gun system, and you have a certain number of skill points, so you can kind of make your own class. It's very flexible.
I
Wow.
love it.
You're not really locked into anything. There's like a set amount of skill points that you get, so you can't just like max out everything, but you can make your own kind of play style.
And is
And I
there
imagine
craft?
one day I could wipe them out, like if I run around punching stuff for a couple
And you
days
know,
and
like yeah, you can delete it and then
yeah.
you stack it into whatever you want.
That's so cool. Is there
Yeah.
crafting system as well?
That is, I think that's going to be a thing. Again, it's like pretty early, so
Yeah.
we've only, it's only been in development for a year, but they come out with major updates every single week. So they're constantly improving stuff. The dev team is super active. Some of them
Mhm.
even worked at Rockstar on GTA, so they're very passionate
Cool.
about, making a real Oasis, like a real
Hell
thing.
yeah.
So.
Hell yeah, I love it. So, in terms of like the typical archetypes that exist in a group setting for an MMORPG, like tank, damage, healing, like is that
Yeah,
similar or do you have a different approach
it's
to combat?
similar, but it's flexible. So we have a skill called athletics, and at the end of it, you get a double jump, and when you level it up, you can like run super fast like the Flash. So you can have that, but also like be a gunfighter or just like
Mhm,
heal stuff with the
mhm,
healing class. Or you can take healing or, do guns and punch people if you want to be up close. Yeah, there's the archetypes. Not all of them are in the game yet, but that's definitely coming. And
mhm,
then it's more of a flexible. I would compare it more to like RuneScape, maybe. That's like you can kind of like level up everything, sort of.
mhm.
Not like you can't max out everything, but you have a full ability to make your own kind of class.
Nice.
So.
This is
So
so cool.
how's development been coming? Or like how much meat on the bone is here? Like
It's
let's say
like so I started playing a year ago. There's already so much. There's more maps. There's 4 different classes now. When I first started back in August of 2023, there wasn't much in here. Um, and they're working on adding a lot more. So every week I would say there's just new major updates that come out. Um, it's
nice.
obviously still really early. We just got it on the Quest a few weeks ago, so we've been optimizing it for the Quest release. And then eventually I think they're gonna put it on PSVR too. That's the plan.
Fun. How's the
Mhm.
Quest release going?
It's good. There's still some bugs, but they've been ironing them out, so it works fully in the Quest, all the worlds. And it's not like I know how VR chat has like a separate there's like separate worlds, so that's not gonna be a thing in Rift. Everyone can join all the same worlds, all the same content.
Nice.
You're not locked behind anything.
Nice. Yeah, one of the things with experiences like this, and I guess I'm still kind of lumping Riff XR into like the social realm kind of experience, MMORPG and social environments are very
Yeah.
similar, I guess, in the VR realm right now. But the what was I just about to ask you? Um the Oh, the onboarding for a lot of these types of experiences, like Resonite or Neos, for example, is sometimes like a little overwhelming. It can
Overwhelming.
be,
Yeah.
yeah, there can be like a bit of
Mhm.
a curve, a learning curve to acclimating into these types
Mm.
of experiences. Have you guys put any love into your onboarding experience? How's it feel
So
like when people?
I'm still trying to get them to make a proper tutorial right now. A lot of players end up like I'm teaching people how to play. The good thing
Yeah,
is like the menu system, it's not that complicated. Like Resonate obviously has a very in-depth, confusing UI. I mean, I love the game, but it's confusing. So
for
the
sure.
menu here, I would say it's similar to VR chat. It's like if you play VR chat, you can probably figure it out pretty easily. Um,
Nice.
the biggest thing is like obviously people aren't used to having like skills and classes and figuring out how to like upgrade your stuff.
Mhm.
Uh, but yeah, we're gonna have a tutorial for sure. In fact, we
Cool.
might even so you can just like go up to there's AI NPCs, so you can just like go up and ask them how to play, and they'll just give you a personalized thing and say your
Wow,
name.
that's insane.
And we didn't even so there's my favorite thing in the game is there's holodecks. We call them dream decks, but it's basically like the holodecks in Star Trek. So you go in, you can generate a whole 360 room in a bunch of different styles. Some of them are even 3D, so it'll make like a 3D environment around you from whatever you say. You'd be like
Whatever you say.
beach on the yeah, you can be like beach on the moon with polar bears, and then it'll like generate a whole
Mm.
world around you. Love that.
So I mean, to
Yeah.
what degree of fidelity? Like how
Like pretty in depth. There's a bunch of different. It's hard to explain it in a 2D thing, but if you go in
Right.
there, that was what that blew my mind the first time I did it because this whole world and it's pretty much limitless. You can just make your own
Do you remember the
environment.
first thing you told the AI to develop
I don't
around you?
remember. I think it was like Pac-Man kissing Mario or something.
Oh,
Crazy.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Alex, we should
Uh,
go. Absolutely
There's
try it
also
out. That's
2D art,
exciting.
so all around the game, there's a bunch of different styles. Like we have a club, if you've watched Ready Player One, it's basically the club from that game. There's like a whole 0D environment, but you can mess with the art around there and then save it on the website later. So,
That's cool.
if you go on the website right now, you can probably see like the stuff people are generating. It stays up for a little bit.
Katya,
Wow.
you just walked into the dream deck and you have 5
You know-
seconds to develop an environment around you, giving it a vocal prompt. What is it? What do you want? What are you telling the holodeck to do?
I will go. I will go. No, I will go to the beach. You guys, so come on. I really need to go there. I just will, some little islands with beautiful palms around me. I think it's just very basic. How about you?
I also have like you can
No.
talk to Van Gogh in the game. We have a Van Gogh AI. You can just
The
Like
artist
holodeck.
Van Gogh?
Yeah.
and then we have a whole holodeck or dream deck based on him. So you can,
Did
make
you
3D
like
environments.
take all of his writings and train a
I think the
model
first
on it?
thing
or
I asked him
something?
why he was sad when I talked to him. That was the first thing I asked him. Yeah, he had a pretty philosophical answer.
Man, so
and then go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna say, so what's like what's the player reception been like? Like, how are people
Everyone goes
reacting?
in, they love it. I mean, most players go in and they really enjoy it. It's obviously still pretty early, so
Yeah.
there's more content and bug fixing going on, but everyone
So
that plays it seems to like it.
how much did you have to sacrifice to port it to Quest 3, or is it pretty similar to?
There's a different version. So the PC version is it has like higher end shaders and draw distance and stuff, better effects, but it's all the same content. So
Yeah.
It's just
So
incredible. Yeah, because you have such a beast. Like everybody creates by itself. I mean, with you just talking to it, and you can port it to Quest. This is pretty
Yeah.
mind blowing for sure.
it's I'm not gonna lie, there's some frame rate issues on the Quest in some of the
Mhm.
worlds, but it's being fixed, it's being optimized. So but we're pushing the hardware to its limit. I can't think of
Mm.
another game like this that
Yeah.
these environments too, it's all Unreal Engine 5. So like we have a zombie world, that's where you get the XP. And the quest giver there, they'll say your name and they'll like you can say anything to this quest NPC. It's not like some generic dialogue. You can go up and say like, "Hello, General." I don't know, slap me in the face, and he'll give you a quest and just like go along. But the worlds are massive, so it's like a whole. I don't know. Like it could take you a while to go across these worlds.
Well, I appreciate that, you didn't like the PC crowd can still get everything that they want out of this, push their machines to the limit, and then you just have a separate version for the Quest, so we don't have any like debacles like we've seen in the past where Quest versions can kind of hold back the PC version. So
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
So like what's next, like for the record, everybody, we have links in the description below to Riff XR on Quest, on Steam, and to the website, free to play, right? So it's available to download now. So it seems like now is as good a time as any to check it out, right?
There's no monetization at all, so don't ask me about the business plan. I don't know. I don't know. But
Like I don't know how we're making money, but
there's no. I mean, every time someone accesses AI, it's costing us money. So I don't know. It's free. So.
free to play for now until eventually they find a way to monetize.
You're never gonna make it cost anything. I think I don't know what the business plan is. I'm not gonna answer that because I have no.
Fair enough. We can speculate probably some kind of like or maybe it'll be
See.
I
like
think he
Roblox,
said ads, but again, I don't know. I don't know what the plan
or
is.
like if
We need
user-generated
players.
content is getting passed around, then like maybe users can sell items to each other, and then Rift takes a percentage of that. That seems like a way that sometimes
Yeah,
people
because
go about doing these.
yeah, there's a full SDK. I mean, you can upload whatever you want. So.
Sweet.
Yep.
Yeah. I love it. So it's available on Quest and Steam now. But like you said, there is a lot of development happening. It's still in the early days. Is there like an update coming soon that you can tease, or something that we can look
Yeah.
forward
So we're
to?
working on a whole magic system update. So right now the classes are athletics, sharpshooter, which is gun, like guns, striker, which is the fist fighting, and I'm missing one more, sword fighting. But we're adding fire mage. That's the next class with like a whole elven city, and you can like fight boars and stuff.
Wow.
So
Looking at you and
what is the easiest to use and strongest class for
I mean,
players?
there's no real strongest. There's a laser swords too. I mean, it's not in the game yet, but that's coming, and they'll deflect bullets, and you can they'll collide. So you can get into lightsaber laser sword fights, not
Man, is this
lightsabers.
just
Everything.
like a mosaic or like a hodgepodge of like different like art
Yeah, it's the
styles
Oasis.
and
So think of the Oasis. That's what it is. This is the closest thing. I mean, even got so the scoreboard. That's going to be functional. It's not yet, but eventually there's a ranking system. So players will be on that scoreboard. You can take away other people's ranks by fighting them, and you get extra bonuses by getting up there.
nice.
Um, yeah, I mean, so as far as I know, there's a healing class, water bending, earth bending, and then I think there's crafting coming, blacksmithing and stuff.
Wow.
Is being worked on.
So it sounds like if you even have like something like earthbending as a playable class, I could make an avatar of Toph from the Last Airbender and equip it,
Yeah.
transmorg my looted
You could even
avatar.
you could be so there's air too. You could even make the avatar, but I don't know if you're gonna be able to max out every single. You get stronger.
Yeah, right. You have to be able to bend everything. I need to do all the elements. Wow, that's pretty cool. Is there anything that you guys, I mean, I guess VR chat and other social platforms don't really run into problems with licensed characters showing up as avatars. Is that something that you guys have to think about?
That's because if we do it, we might have a problem, but players can upload their own stuff. There's an SDK.
Right.
So
Right.
it's not, you can upload whatever. We
So I'm just
we have Spider-Man, but we didn't upload it, so it's fine. It's
Man, yeah, that's so interesting because if you've seen Ready Player One or you read the book, that it really is just this crazy assortment of all these different characters from throughout all these different universes, and everybody's there, So
I
and
think
people
that's
are inhabiting their
why
avatars.
so many people like VR chat, but personally, it's just I love VR chat, but there's no progression. You
Right.
just there's no I mean,
Yeah.
there's game worlds, but there's no a long-term purpose to play. That's why I kind of fell in love with this game because
It's
there's an
certainly
actual
sounding
purpose.
it's
I
certainly
agree.
sounding good.
Yeah.
Is there like end game content, like raids or big bosses
Yeah,
or
there's
anything like that?
not yet, but that's planned. So bosses, I would say right now until we add bosses, the end game content is PvP because
Oh,
you can even so one of the fun things we do is we go to the zombie map and there's a ton of zombies around. This is the PvP thing, and you can challenge multiple people to PvP duels. So we play hide and seek where one team has to go and try and fight the other players in the zombie apocalypse. They're jumping all
Nice.
over using swords.
wow. How many levels do you guys have there right now for the players?
How many levels?
No. Oh, I mean, for the players, so what is the maximum
Like
level they
the
can reach
progression.
right now? The
Oh,
progression.
it's not really. There's not really levels. It's more based on skills. So
Okay.
you can there's different skill trees, and you become more powerful the higher up the skill tree you go.
Okay.
So I mean, there's a lot. So right now there's 4, and each skill tree, I don't know off the top of my head. I think it has 20 or 30 different skills you can get, and it takes a while to get the XP for them. So I'm still not. I mean, I work for them. I'm still haven't maxed out everything.
Right.
Yeah, in a year.
So what advice would you give to somebody who has been listening to this and they're like, okay, this sounds awesome. I want to get involved. I want to get started. What's some good day one advice?
I would say right now, join if you're gonna play the game. Join peak times, which is around 8 p.m. Eastern, if you want to play. We do have some players around the game, but that's been so far the most amount of people playing, because you really like as until we get a tutorial, you're probably going to want someone there to teach you, because there's like a lot of secret doors. There's Easter eggs in the game too. So
Ooh, fun.
our veteran players, just some of them really like helping people out and giving them a tour. I do it a lot, so I love helping players out.
Are you guys fun?
And join the Discord. I would say join the Discord, because
Yeah.
we can answer a lot of questions. Especially, so the SDK is, we're working on making it easier. It uses Unreal Engine 5, not Unity. So a lot of people
Nice.
making avatars, they obviously come from VRChat and Unity. And there's a learning curve. I came from Unity. I'm still kind of learning a lot about how to upload stuff, but you can do a lot more with their avatar. You can do a lot of cool stuff because it's Unreal, but it's definitely a little bit more confusing.
Nice.
Hard with that.
Are you guys planning to do like events on your Discord that everybody can just get together and
Yeah, we hold events right now. So Monday through Thursday, I hold events at 8 Eastern. So we do like D&D night, PvE stuff. We have like a PvP night, trivia, karaoke. We have a karaoke room in there. People
There we
can
go.
sing.
You want to hear Gingas sing? You have to come.
karaoke AI NPC, so you can go up and talk to her, and she'll give you suggestions on what to sing.
I can practice hitting on girls at the bar with the
There
AI.
you
in there.
go. Advice number 2. Don't fall in
We
love
also
with
have
NPC.
a Gorgon Zeman, who may or may not be based on Morgan Freeman in the game.
May or may not be.
May or may not. Probably not for
What's
copyright issues.
what's your go-to karaoke song, Gingas?
My go-to karaoke song. Let's see. I'm not really. I don't really sing that well.
What? You have
I
the
don't know,
voice of an
probably,
angel. What are you saying?
I'll do Weird Al. I'll rap a Weird Al song.
There you go. Little Amish Paradise, maybe.
White and nerdy is my go-to.
Well, I'm assuming there is a way to join the Discord on your website, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have a link to your Discord server in the description, but I do have a link to the website.
And the TikTok. I run the TikTok account, so you can look at
and
those.
your own TikTok, the GingasVR TikTok, which has been doing quite well for many years. How many followers do you have on TikTok these days?
650,000 now.
Casual 650K.
Whatever, yeah.
TikTok is TikTok. It's gonna get banned. I don't know.
All right, let's wrap this up. Is there anything else that you wanted to mention about Riff XR that we didn't say during this little chat, Gingas?
Try it out if you're watching this. I don't know. There's no reason not to. It's free. Tell your
There's
friends.
no reason not to play this, people. On
Yeah,
Quest
exactly.
and on Steam.
It's
Links
worth
are in the
taking a
description.
look, even just going to see those holodeck things. Like
Yeah,
it's one of the coolest things you're probably gonna see in VR, in my opinion.
Exactly. I haven't heard of anything even similar to this. You can actually talk to NPCs in pretty much free way and create your own environment just by talking to the environment. So I would definitely recommend to go trying it out. Me and Alex, we are gonna be going.
Check it out.
And if you're out there listening and you're like, wait a second, I can go in there and just meet Gingas. Yeah, you can go in there and meet Gingas. You can hang out with her and you can hit her with a sword, maybe, if you play your cards right.
I'll give you a tour. I'll give you a personal tour of you.
Well, Katya and I are definitely going to take you up on that.
We are going. Yeah. We'll be there.
Mm-hmm. All right, Gingas. Well, I'm going to get rid of you now. Thank you so much for joining us as a guest on the XR Update podcast. You're awesome. And we will see you in Riff XR very soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
And there she goes.
God, I am very excited for this. This is mind-blowing. Honestly, I haven't heard of anything like this before. And this was my dream to actually find a game experience that does all that stuff. Because also with GPT now, they're being so important, so popular. Oh my God, can you imagine?
I know all the AI integration stuff. I haven't done any of that in VR yet. Like, obviously, we've all played around with AI, but nothing in VR for me.
I haven't heard. Yeah, I just saw this little mini showcases of NPC talking to you. Just on flat screen, but here it's in VR experience on Quest 3. Well,
Yep.
Yeah.
So, like we said, links in the description to Riff XR. Now is the time to check it out. Obviously, they are updating and developing a lot, but I think now's as good a time as any to get in there and start getting your feet wet. Sounds like 8 p.m. Eastern during the weeknights is the time to check it out. So that's the time I'll be shooting for. And I think that's going to do it for today's episode of the XR Update podcast. Anything else you wanted to mention, Katya?
No, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, of course, there are so many news. So you guys, you can go check our Twitter on the XR update, release updates every day. And those are pretty cool.
They are indeed. XRUpdate.com. Follow XR Update on all of your favorite social media platforms. And we will return with the XR Update podcast in the near future, probably in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Sounds good. So thank you all for joining us and have yourselves a wonderful week. We will see you next time. Take care, everyone.
Bye.